Welcome back to the Odyssey. I am Mike Odyssey, and yes, there is a turmoil going on. There's a roller coaster. There is a twister. There is a storm. There's a hurricane, whatever you want to call it, inside the world of Nintendo when it comes to all the fiasco having to do with the Switch 2 release date, possibly, just possibly, being pushed back to 2025. It is a shocker for me as well. And at this point, I can't tell you whether it is true or not. But I want to talk about it and let you guys know at least what I think. And at the same time, we can talk about this below. You guys can go ahead and express your frustration. Just let it out. Let it out down below in the comments. Of course, clean. No curse comments, because this is family channel. But just let it out. Let me know what you feel and what you think, guys. And I will respond to you. Let's start with the video. But before, here is a bit of my life. And if you have already watched this, you can use the timestamp below to skip to the main video. So before we get into today's stories, you see, I want to ask you one thing. I want to ask for your subscription. You see, I'm legally blind and I'm basically losing my sight as we go. I don't have sight on my left eye and I have about 40% sight of my right eye. And it's just fading away, right? The doctors right now have nothing else they can do. But I have a dream to become a full-timer on YouTube by the end of this year. And I want to ask you for your help. If you subscribe to this channel right now, it'll only take a second. For me, it'll just change my life. So if you could do that right now, I would really appreciate it. Here, we have Monday through Friday Nintendo news. On the weekends, we have products and reviews. And we also have the occasional Nintopic podcast with your favorite voice actor. So I would really appreciate it. It will mean the world to me. And I just want to thank you in advance for giving me your subscription. Let's move on to today's stories. Okay, so to recap what's been happening so far, everyone has been expecting this Nintendo Direct to happen, right? It didn't happen. We later realized or find out through credible sources and leakers that Nintendo might have pushed back the Nintendo Direct in order to make space for this Microsoft presentation. Yeah, they work behind the scenes, and even more if some of these games that were mentioned in this podcast from Microsoft are going to be in the Nintendo Direct. So it was actually a thing that Microsoft needed to do. Nintendo understood that they needed to do this in order to have these games be present in the Nintendo Direct and avoid greater outrage. Well, because of this presentation, the Nintendo Direct was apparently moved to this coming week. And well, the larger consensus, actually there is the leaker PRO, who basically has 100% track record. Everything they've mentioned has come to pass, has now stated that this week we are expecting a Nintendo Partner Showcase, okay? Partner showcases are Nintendo Directs that only appear to have third-party games. No first-party games, no Mario, no Zelda, nothing related to Nintendo's first-party games. Only third-party games. Yes, you can count in those farming games. You can count in any other game that Nintendo doesn't make themselves. We have the handful of games people are expecting, like Hollow Knight, Silksong, and others, right? But then again, it's the truth. Third-party games are not as exciting as the first-party game Nintendo announces. But wait, there is more. Now we hear that there is a potential internal delay for Nintendo's plans to release the system in 2024, and they are planning now to release it in 2025, in the first quarter of 2025, which is the month of January, February, and March. Now, these are internal plans that were delayed. They can't delay something that has not been announced, but they mentioned that their internal plans to release a system in 2024 have been delayed to 2025. Now, this came from a Brazilian journalist, and we all thought, okay, so this comes from that point. They mentioned that they heard from several sources of this delay, and well, a lot of us thought that, okay, so maybe it's Brazil. Brazil normally does not get the Nintendo Switch at the same time as the rest of the world. Nintendo normally issues their releases in the US, Japan, and certain other areas first, and then the rest of the world after, depending on how much consoles they're producing at the time, right? And so that's the first thought that came through our minds. But then, little by little, other people, other content creators, other leakers, other sources that we follow through with the good track record also started echoing this, right? And now we are at that point where we don't know just yet what's happening. I'm not gonna tell you. Yes, it's based on so many leakers. This is gonna be. It looks like it's gonna be the what's gonna happen. I'm not gonna tell you that because nothing is confirmed yet until Nintendo announces it themselves. Now, one thing I'm gonna tell you: Nintendo cannot announce the Switch 2 this year if it doesn't come out this year, because if they do that, they might as well dig a giant hole and just dive in it, because that's exactly what's going to happen. Switch sales are going to halt. They're going to cease. If Nintendo first thing, because of the third party presents happening, they have no games to announce besides what they've announced, and they have no plans to release another Switch this year, then that's basically it for the Nintendo Switch system. And yeah, third-party games are not enough to push the Nintendo Switch to sell more consoles, and they don't want to fall off the cliff. But if they don't have first-party games or exciting first-party games for the rest of the year, and they don't plan on releasing the console this year, then I would say that's basically it for Nintendo. Nintendo needs to actually, I don't know, if this was a last-minute thing that they had to delay their internal plans, they would have to also have a plan B to say, okay, so how many games do we have on Switch that we can release, right? Wind Waker, Twilight Princess port, about the Metroid 2 and 3, how about a Xenoblade Chronicles X, how about something that could fill in the rest of the year? Because if they do that, then you know what? It's okay. We have some games, some good games to look forward to play on Nintendo Switch while we wait. But imagine waiting with no upcoming games for Switch, but the ones that are already announced, which in my opinion are not strong enough to carry the Switch throughout its last holiday season, right? Nintendo is gearing towards going to its worst holiday season if nothing really comes to place. But then again, remember, all of this is just rumors. They're all around us. So I urge you guys to, relax a little bit, take it easy, and don't take everything to heart. Don't take these rumors to be factual, because at the end we don't know what Nintendo is gonna do, and I'm one that can guarantee you that if Nintendo does announce or release a trailer for Switch 2 this year, it's happening this year. It's happening this year. Nintendo is a big company with the CEO that is focused on finances, and they know what they're doing. I want to know what you guys think down below. What are your thoughts on this whole entire roller coaster? I want you guys to vent. Just go ahead and tell me exactly what you think is happening. What do you think about these new rumors? What do you think about the potential of Switch 2 not being announced this year, or the partner showcase not giving us any first-party games now on top of the Switch 2 fiasco? And it's a bit of a roller coaster. But at the end, guys, we have to remember that Nintendo Switch fans have literally had it best in the past couple of years when it comes to video games. We've gotten more first-party video games than any other platform, right? When let's say PlayStation or Xbox, as great as they are, they get a 2 to 3 first-party games per year. Nintendo has given us 10, at least 10 per year first-party games every single month, right? And so it looks like we might have a little bit of a weaker year, but let's hold on and let's enjoy our system. Let's have some fun with what we have. There's a big library to play, and there's always fun to have. Let me know what you guys think down below, and I'll see you in the next adventure here at the Odyssey. Before I let you go, never give up, journey on. Peace.